Welcome back. New week of weather-weenies. I'm Ryan Breton and Alan Holt, back from a little time off. Welcome back.
Yeah, good to be back.
How was it? Good?
Golf-cation, always good.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you spent a lot of time in Downeast Maine,
It was
right?
down east. Yeah, we were, Lemoyne is camp.
Yep.
That's what we call it up here, yeah? Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Camp, yeah. Yeah, just a week that I cherish every single year.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
And the weather pretty much cooperated overall,
It did.
right?
There was some rain, at times, which is expected. I was watching the severe day from up there. Yeah, it was plenty of golf, plenty of nice weather, nice and cool at night. A lot of
Was it busy?
campfires.
Was it busy yet? Or?
Yes, the traffic was definitely just slow on the way in. There's only, is it Route 3? I don't know the road going in. It's something, the road from Bangor to Ellsworth it just was slow.
Yeah.
It was getting slow. Yeah.
It seemed like this was the first weekend, other than Memorial Day weekend, like first routine weekend, where there was a lot of traffic on Friday coming into Maine and then Sunday leaving Maine.
Yeah.
So now that we're in the swing of that, kids are out of school in a lot of places. Like, it's going to be every weekend now until Labor Day.
Yeah. But Bar Harbor, we were able to park. If that gives you an idea.
Good.
Yeah, so we parked and we got a table right away at a place.
Yeah, I was in Camden on Saturday, and Camden was busy, but also you could still get in places.
It's not like peak, but it's definitely getting active.
Yeah.
For sure. No doubt about that.
Yeah, definitely had some family traveling over the weekend, and they were like, "Oh no, we're not going out to or from on a Friday
really?
or Sunday anymore."
So that's a thing.
Oh yeah,
you avoid Friday up and
Friday
Sunday
up
down.
and Sunday home. Yeah, and I feel like in the last, it's really just the last 15 or 20 years it's gotten this bad.
Yeah,
it's you don't want to be driving the Maine Turnpike on a Sunday at 6 p.m.
Oh man,
once you hit York or something like that.
Okay.
So we had a couple thunderstorms that popped up. The map I've got up here is lightning from the last 24 hours. The few yellow bolts you see up by the Allagash, those are today, but most everywhere else is yesterday. And a couple little cells that produced a little hail in spots.
Yeah. We were driving back, to your point, on Sunday yesterday. And we were in, it was like Waterville, maybe a little bit before. Is Fairfield the name?
Yep.
Right. But yeah, Fairfield.
Like Clinton, kind of.
Yeah. And we just, I didn't, we were in separate cars.
Yeah.
And I was like, let's just stop. I don't want you driving through torrential, there was heavy rain, really bad visibility. And so as we exited and went to a little stop, we got the severe warning from the weather service. And I was like, all right, well, that was probably a good call to not drive through that thing. Yeah. It didn't look like crazy strong, but from a driving perspective,
hail reports. I think I've got these here. Let's see. Now they may actually be outside the window of time. Let's see if I do 36.
Oh, yeah, they would have been, 30.
Yeah, there were a couple little hail reports around Bangor.
Yeah.
Let's
that may have been
not even severe hail.
No,
it's a third of an inch.
No, that's not.
And there was one flash flooding report up around Dover Foxcroft, but it wasn't too big of a problem. But now we've got rain that's on the way in from a little low that's going to kind of skirt the coast tonight.
Mm-hmm. Yep, this is looking. I am curious to see. I was surprised that the extreme drought wasn't gone.
Me
with
too.
Thursday's update. Yeah. I wonder if this will take care of it.
Yeah, and actually the Weather Service put out something last week describing why there still is drought. We know this, and it's a hydrologic drought.
Yeah.
But they're trying to get the message out that it's different now than it was before.
This has been a great spring.
I agree.
I mean, I know we had 3 or 4 weekends where it rained, but
yeah, but we're doing a good job of denting this for sure.
Big time.
And I wouldn't say we're in a wet pattern, but there are more chances for rain going ahead too.
I like that. Yeah. I like for there to be every 3 or 4 days. All right, little something comes through.
Yeah, I think for tonight, the biggest thing I'll be interested to see is how much of the heavy rain lines up at the coast, or does it stay out in the Gulf of Maine, the heaviest of it?
Yeah.
If you're farther inland and north, you're not going to get much overnight tonight. And then this thing is kind of slow to depart tomorrow, so I'm not sure we really get into much sun until late day. Up in the mountains,
it's slow.
Could be pretty nice.
Yeah, I agree that the coast may linger longer than you expect it Yeah. In like the mid coast down east, it's kind of, it just
Agreed.
doesn't look like a great day tomorrow.
Yeah, if you're like in northern New Hampshire or the northwestern mountains, you get the best day, but everybody else, it's going to be a slow process.
Yeah. This model, this is the graph. It's lower than the Weather Service.
Right. And
They're
the new
way
herd
up.
just came in, and that's low,
That's
too.
lower, yeah. I almost bit on the WPC, and I said, that's way higher than
Yeah, I almost
everybody.
wonder if it's just too broad. They're too broad.
I don't know, but they're way higher than just about everybody.
You know, it's possible there are some amounts over 2 inches. This is the graph. This is the Euro. Just, you know, they all kind of have the same theme in that it's the coast.
Yep.
And within maybe 20 or 30 miles of the coast where you get the most.
Yeah, 1 inch plus.
And there was some rain, as you mentioned, over the weekend, like around the mid-coast. So if the mid-coast gets, 2 inches or more of rain in a couple of these towns, maybe there's some runoff, some poor drainage, flooding, but otherwise it really shouldn't be too much of a problem.
Yeah.
We are in this excessive rain risk, but I think it's too far north. It really should be
coast.
farther south.
Yeah, it looked like, I mean, I started thinking of it categorically in my brain, like, all right, it's going to be like steady, widespread at the coast, extending inland. And by inland, I'm talking like Augusta, Bangor, maybe like Freiburg. That might be too far north.
Just,
Past north of that, I'm thinking it's more of a scattered look.
Right.
Like, it's hit and miss. It's not continuous, and the numbers jibe with that.
Yeah, and there would be a lot of rain out in the Gulf of Maine, so we'll just see how much of that makes.
Is that going to warm it up?
I don't know about that. We got a ways to go.
Yeah.
And then Wednesday, there's kind of a trough that swings in the afternoon. There could be some pop-up showers or even a rumble of thunder, mainly Bangor north and east.
Yeah.
Bangor south and west should be pretty dry.
Almost like the opposite of where the rain's going to be.
Right.
Tonight, tomorrow.
And this has a similar look to Friday. Friday, there were some showers that popped up there while the coast southern coast was really nice. So, but we're not really in a warm or humid pattern. We've got another chance for some pop-up showers and storms on Thursday, mainly inland. And then this swings through on Friday with showery rains, but it doesn't look to be anything crazy.
Yeah, and just before the weekend.
Right.
Which is, I think that's looking good then.
Yeah. I mean, I think so. Yeah. There is definitely a chance for some showers and storms on Sunday, but it doesn't look like anything that bad. And you can make the argument there could be a shower Saturday up north, but I kept it off for now.
Like not a wash.
Right.
We're not looking. Yeah, the fact, like if Friday's system came on Saturday, that would be a bummer.
That'd be a bummer. Yeah, it'd be a bigger issue.
Yeah.
But the low temperatures here are pretty nice too. I mean, we don't really have lows that are in that uncomfortable area at all.
That tells me dew point's probably running in the mid to maybe upper 50s.
Yeah, and it may
the
pop
weekend.
to 60 or so on a day, but we're not looking at anything that's that humid.
That's good. Yeah. I know the highest average dew point is 60.
Oh, that's
on average, like in Portland. Yeah, the highest year-round average dew point is 60.
I did not know that. I don't even know how to find that.
I think it's on Iowa State.
Is it Iowa State somewhere? Yeah.
It's a great website, yeah.
It is. But yeah, there really isn't anything there that is super crazy.
Did you see how high the dew point, like in South Texas, it was after Arthur?
I didn't see this.
It was like 94 over 84.
Oh, that's crazy.
It was insane.
That is, and that's you think of a week and a half ago, we had 2 days with dew points in the mid 70s,
and it was pretty warm. That was hot.
It was.
That was hot.
I'll quickly mention this, by the way. Christian's been updating this stat up through Saturday. Portland was second warmest June on record. If you just look at the 1st to the 20th.
Yes, yeah.
My suspicion is this will get knocked down some in the final 10 days.
I think so.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't look overly hot.
Yeah, and it doesn't.
Moving forward, yeah.
You'd think that the second half of June
gets
tends
hotter
to be warmer.
And whatever the warmest on record is probably did shoot up. Yeah.
So I'll be interested to see where that lands. But the first half of June was warm. The second half just seems to be a little bit more temperate.
Yeah. This is a June that I know.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Alrighty, weather-weenies at newscentermaine.com. That's going to wrap it for today, but we will see you back here tomorrow.